for today, and my last for the month, for this year. And it's November, so we don't have any more CRA. That's the last regular CRA that I will have as chair of the board. Yeah. And hope we enjoy it. Let's call the meeting to order, Madam Secretary.
Board Member Estime Irvin. Board Member Timothy. Board Member Galvin.
Here.
Chairman Bieneme.
Here.
Vice Chairman Desilme. Chairman, you have a quorum to proceed.
Thank you very much. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Microphone.
Yes, we found a couple of scrivener errors in the minutes that, and then mainly we just misspelled your name. And so I'd like to just supplement the record with the correct ones. The main errors is we just had the mayor's name misspelled for the most part.
I did a spell it. I did a spell it.
I think we said great man.
Great man,
Right.
yes. That's a way of telling me goodbye. See you on the journey. And also the second thing, since we don't have a full quorum, I think we should move maybe agenda item 2 and agenda item 4 to the next CRA meeting. And just when we have a full council, we will address those. Yeah.
I'll second that motion.
And I think Mr. CRA attorney, the agenda is set.
Excuse me, sir?
The agenda is set to move forward, right?
Right. In other words, we defer
Right, we're
items
moving
to
those
Yeah,
two
but
items
we
from
need
the
to have a
agenda.
vote
Okay.
on that.
Okay.
We have a motion and a second, correct?
Yes.
Madam
Yes.
Secretary?
Yes, I have a motion made by Chairman Bieneme to table agenda item 2 and 4 to the next CRA meeting. Seconded by Board Member Galvin. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries with a 3-0 vote.
Thank you very much. Now the agenda is set. Consent.
Unless a member of the CRA board wishes to remove a specific item from this portion of the agenda, tab A constitutes the consent agenda. This item is self-explanatory and is not expected to require additional review or discussion. This item will be recorded as individually numbered item adopted unanimously by the following motion that the consent agenda comprised of tab A be adopted. And I just want to remind us that it was the minutes for the last meeting were corrected, and there was a scrivener's error, and it was corrected, and the copy will be included in the record.
Thank you very much. Can I motion?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion made by Board Member Galvin to approve the consent agenda. The motion was seconded by Board Member Estime Irvin. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries with a 3-0 vote. Agenda item 1, resolution to approve the emergency rental assistance program for $500,000. A resolution of the chair and board members of the North Miami Community Redevelopment Agency establishing the emergency rental assistance program, allocating $500,000 to the emergency rental assistance program, authorizing the executive director to take all steps necessary and appropriate to implement the emergency rental assistance program and providing for an effective date. Agenda item 1.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, fellow board members. Agenda item 1 is Emergency Rental Assistance Program, where the North Miami CRA seek to allocate $500,000 for a rental assistance program consisting of 2 programs. One is a rental stabilization program, and the next one is an emergency eviction program. Under the first, the rental stabilization program, residents within the North Miami CRA boundaries, if their rent has increased by 20% in the last 6 months, that they will be entitled to up to $500 a month for up to 10 months, for a total of $5,000. And the second program was the emergency eviction program. If the residents are past due on his or her rent, and they are also entitled to $5,000 based on certifications from their landlord they are past due and/or facing eviction. So in summary, this is a program that we pulled off the shelf that was previously used for the COVID shutdown, where we gave rental assistance. So under this program, since there are a proliferation of rental evictions in the North Miami area, we thought it would be appropriate to implement this remedial program.
There, a quick question, and I think it's last month, and I read a report about zip code affected by eviction notice. And in North Miami, we have some specific zip code who was affected. I don't know if you can prioritize those people, if they are within the CRA boundary.
Yes, and I think I'll let the CRA attorney opine on this. CRAs typically can only look at a redevelopment area. We can make priorities within the redevelopment area. I don't know how many zip codes there are, but if it's the wishes of the board that we make priorities, right now this program only applies to the redevelopment area.
Right.
Yeah, I'm talking about within the CRA boundary.
Yes.
Zip code, yeah, that's what I say.
So-
No, we agree with you.
Right.
I'm talking about if we can and maybe prioritize those people within the redevelopment boundary.
Right.
If I may, one of the zip code that I remember reading that report was 33161, which is kind of large, but that zip code was really impacted
That's the main part of
based
the
on that
city.
report.
We're not asking you to go outside the boundary.
Right,
I say
right.
inside the boundary, if you can prioritize those.
We can.
Those
We'll go back.
people.
We'll go back and look at the data, and then if we can determine a priority based on the need.
Yeah.
So if the need is there, then I think that would justify the justification for the priority.
No, it's inside the
Yes.
boundary, not
Yeah,
outside
certainly
the
inside
boundary.
the excuse me, Mr.
Yes,
Chairman,
sir.
certainly inside the boundaries. The program is based on an application, though, that's presented
Yeah,
by
yeah,
the tenant. So it would just be prioritizing those applications that you receive from those tenants within that zip code.
Yeah.
And 33161 is the major part of
It's
the
like
city.
if we can and do an aggressive outreach to those areas, so to let those people know the program is available to come and apply for it if they are within the boundary.
Then all that to say, yes.
Thank you, sir. Let's open to the public. Public hearing is open on agenda item 1. Public hearing is now closed.
Chairman Biename, for the record, as of 5:45 PM, Vice Chairman Desilme is now present.
Move approval?
Second.
I have a motion made by Board Member Galvin to approve Agenda Item 1. The motion was seconded by Board Member Estime Irvin. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries with a 4-0 vote.
Item 3.
Thank you. Item 3. Oh, I'm sorry, Madam Clerk.
Agenda Item 3, Business Attraction and Expansion Grant Request, Pinero Real Estate for $300,000.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is a business attraction grant request in the amount of $300,000, which allows for the establishment of 3 new businesses at this one location on the 7th Avenue corridor. The address is 12190 Northwest 7th Avenue. The project is a total cost of $1.23 million. The scope of work is for the parking lot, the signage, and some landscaping, some ventilation. And this time, and it also will employ a minimum of 12 residents.
What's the name of the company?
The name of the company is, the owner of the real estate is Pinero Real Estate, all right, but the 3 businesses that will be located there are Betsy Cafe, Classy Lady Beauty Supply, and Chef Creole Restaurant.
Thank you very much. Agenda item 3. Agenda item 3 is open to the public. Is there any presentation? No.
Move for approval?
Question.
Item number 3 is close to the public. Let's,
Yeah, I just
yes,
have a quick question too.
yes.
Chef Creole's not leaving Dixie. They're gonna have a second restaurant in North Miami?
Yes, they are expanding.
Yes.
That's
Alex.
good news.
Yeah, my question, is this the item, Kath, is this, for the past couple of years, this the same item where the Metro PCS used to be? This is the Metro PCS building?
Yes,
Oh, okay, next to Popeyes.
yes.
Are you guys gonna add upstairs or it's only downstairs?
It's only downstairs.
Oh, okay, all right, thank
There's
you.
only one floor. so.
I got you.
Thank you.
Sir, you'll need to identify yourself and state your address for the record.
Kelvin Panero of Panero Real Estate, 12190 Northwest 7th Avenue.
I thought it was a real estate company.
It, is the restaurant on, I'm sorry, I'm fixated on Chef Creole. Is the restaurant on 119th and like Northwest 12th still there as well?
It is the,
I'm proud of Chef Creole, all the expansion and the great things they've always
This
done.
is the owner of the franchise.
It's
So-
franchised now. It's yeah. It's
He's gone,
franchisee.
Kenny's gone big time. He's franchising now.
Yes, yes.
Right.
Thank you very much. Can I hear a motion on?
Motion to approve?
so move.
I think that was a second, but Chairman, for the record, as of 5:50 PM, Board Member Timothy is present.
Let me say this, go ahead, after the
On
vote.
item 3? Oh.
Yeah, after the vote. Upstairs is nice.
We calling the,
Yeah. You had a question
We
on this
already
item?
done.
or
Yeah.
on
No,
the
no, no,
other
no, no.
one?
There was, because one was, I remember we talked about it. I'm sorry, I'm late.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about agenda 1 in my briefing, and I mentioned if we would do something for the businesses as well, that is, the cost,
Oh,
the cost, their landlord has gone up on rent on their businesses as well. So remember, we talked about ensuring that we can create like an emergency assistance for the business owners as well. I know this one is for residential for apartment owners. So if we can,
That's moving forward. That's another item.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But that
But this one is more so just for,
this one is
for
residential only.
okay.
Yeah.
bring
Unless
that.
you're gonna use you have infrastructure grants money available in the budget. If you can use some of that to address the need of those businesses.
We'll take a look at it.
Yes. Okay.
I have a motion made by Board Member Estime Irvin to approve Agenda Item 3. The motion was seconded by Board Member Desilme, or Vice Chairman Desilme, excuse me. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries with a 5-0 vote.
Yeah, my quick question, sir. The landscaping on the top, it looks beautiful. Is that flowers and things you guys gonna put on top, or that's just the rendering?
The green
Yeah.
roof is the rendering for we want to put a green roof on top of it, and that
Put a
includes,
party thing for people to party up there.
zoning won't allow us to do that unless we start going even further up.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Agenda Item 5. Resolution to approve contract renewal for Business Flair LLC. A resolution of the Chair and Board members of the North Miami Community Redevelopment Agency authorizing the Executive Director and North Miami CRA Attorney to negotiate and finalize a second amendment to the consultant agreement with Business Flair LLC to provide technical advisory services for the second one-year renewal term in an amount not to exceed $150,000. Authorizing the Executive Director to execute the Second Amendment to Consulting Agreement with Business Flair LLC. Authorizing the Executive Director to take all action necessary to implement the terms of the Second Amendment to Consulting Agreement and providing an effective date. Agenda Item 5.
Thank you very much. Let's open it to the public. Public hearing is open on item 5. Public hearing is now closed. Can I hear a motion on
So move.
item 5?
Second?
I have a motion made by Vice Chairman Desilme to approve Agenda Item 5. The motion was seconded by Board Member Galvin. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries with a 5-0 vote.
Item 6.
Agenda item 6, resolution to approve the engagement of Taylor English Dumas as North Miami CRA legal counsel. A resolution of the chair and board members of the North Miami Community Redevelopment Agency approving a professional services agreement with Taylor English Dumas LLP to provide legal representation services to the North Miami Community Redevelopment Agency for fiscal year 2022-2023, authorizing the executive director to issue a purchase order in the amount of $150,000 to Taylor English Dumas LLP for fiscal year 2022-2023 and providing an effective date. Agenda item 6.
Yes, Mr. Can you
Yes,
have an explanation on that?
yes, Mr. Chairman and the rest of the board, we are very fortunate to have good consultants and a good attorney. They're so good that I kept the fee at the same price as last year.
What happened?
We kept their fee, the renewal, at the same cost of last year, even though we think they're worth a lot more to us.
You're talking about item 6 you're talking about?
Item 6 is the attorney.
No.
Oh, that do? Item 6 is,
The attorney.
right,
That's you?
yeah.
That's me. I'm here.
Oh,
He changed his name.
That's the name of my law firm.
Business Flair. Who's Business Flair?
Business Flair
Oh,
was
Kevin. I confused it. Round, yeah. Okay.
We
Yeah, that's
already
fine.
approved Kevin.
You said not to exceed 150, right?
Right.
Correct.
You say for 150.
Both are at the same price as of last year.
No, I understand not to exceed. You say
Not-
for 150.
Right.
It's like you have a check for 150 automatically.
Right.
Is that correct? No?
This is the same price as last year.
Not to exceed, right?
Not to exceed.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
the same, it's a cap, in other words. It will never go over 150.
Move
Item
approval.
6 is open to the public.
Sorry.
Item 6 is now closed.
Move approval.
Second.
I have a motion made by Board Member Galvin to approve Agenda Item 6. The motion was seconded by Chairman Bieneme. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries with a 5-0 vote.
Thank you, board members, I appreciate it.
Thank you. Board approval for
Agenda
2
item 7, board approval for 2 CRA advisory committee members, but no names or resolutions were ever provided. So I explained the process to the executive director, and we are going to be meeting to review this week.
So there's none.
That's correct. We do have the names now. We like to provide the names to the board because some of these might be your respective
But
appointments.
you don't have the application yet and the resolution.
I
Yeah.
haven't given any names.
No, it's 2. It could be other members of the board.
Oh.
Yeah. No, for CRA board.
So
Yeah, next meeting.
we'll bring it back next
A
meeting.
resolution from this.
Exactly.
But
And I'm open to renominating my existing appointees.
And, okay.
who have an opinion?
They're all open, Chairman.
they're all
so-
open, okay.
Right, so I'm going to
But-
provide the full list of who served to the executive director and go from there. So it'll be prepared for the 21st,
Thank you
which I
very
believe is the
much,
next one.
Madam Secretary.
Right, and I'll provide it to the board because I think one of your nominees may have left town. So,
Oh, all of my people leave town. I
right,
won't-
so, and did not return this one.
Sometimes.
So we'll provide
Bad
enough time so we have your feedback and we can, then it will
Draft
print out.
the resolution.
I do have a question on that matter.
Yes.
Is there any way
Madam
to,
Secretary.
so that the terms of our board members coincide with our terms up here?
yes.
Because it does not.
That's
So-
what it is.
No, it's not, because I
No,
had
they
to
do not.
reelect new
Yeah.
people.
You-
It doesn't. It's not.
It doesn't for CRA. doesn't.
For CRA, it's
Oh,
not.
for CRA. Okay.
Yeah, so,
But at one point, I think we passed a resolution stated that
That was the
it would be
city.
the same for the city.
But not-
than
No, the
for
city did
CRA.
that, the
I
CRA.
thought, okay.
Just a reminder, if you're going to speak into the mic because
Oh,
there's
sorry.
another company who does the minutes.
so if we can take a look at.
Do the
what-
same
Yeah,
thing.
do the same thing. So I don't know if that needs to be a resolution that you guys bring before, but so that the terms coincide with our current terms up here, so that there's consistencies, because like there were different dates.
Yes, so, Mr. Chair, through the chair, so, Board Member Timothy, so when the CRA Advisory Committee was created, there was a resolution back in, I think it was 2005 or 2007, Board Member Galvin may remember. Um, Board
That's
Member
great.
Estime Irvin may remember, because she was
I
on the
love how everybody
advisory
just does
committee.
that to me now.
So that's
You're a
true, they do
historian.
not coincide. So like, for example, if someone seat is open and another person comes in, they are, I don't want
Still
to use the word
serving.
stuck with the people who were appointed
Yeah, I had to like
before.
remove and then reappoint.
So we can change that so that if the person in the seat changes, that their
Correct.
appointees also get changed.
Correct.
That's what you're asking for,
Yes.
correct? Okay,
Like that
we can put together a resolution to amend the prior resolution, so it's consistent, that's what the city does?
Yeah, consistent
Yes.
with what the city does.
Okay, no problem, we can do that.
Thank you.
Do you have any report, sir? Mr. City Attorney, do you have any report?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say it's been a pleasure to serve you, Mr. Chairman, over the years, and hopefully you'll either help us downtown or continue to help us here at some point. I also want to say, since you do have a full board here now, if you want to go back and reconsider the motion you made earlier about tabling those other two items, you can do that, but it would have to be by one of the three who was in the majority earlier this evening.
No, it's better
But thank you very much.
It's better to review it. Yeah,
Sorry.
it's
Do we
next-
have
next
another,
month.
next month?
next, to
Okay.
review it. Yeah.
There's not- I'm
Because,
just making sure there's not a special CRA meeting this month as
No,
well.
no,
You know,
no,
we
no.
have special meetings,
No,
special
no,
meetings,
if you're gonna have a
special
special
meeting.
meeting, you're gonna announce that based on, but for now, all we are doing, it's,
It's just one,
for the next, move it to the next meeting.
which is in December.
Yes, that's what was done, it was.
Because there will be a lot of discussion, a lot of questions. That's what I say, it's better to move it to the next one.
I'm in
December,
agreement.
yeah, December.
Okay.
Thanks
So-
for opening that can of worms, Steve.
You're very welcome, but as your
December
attorney, I feel
13th.
it's my duty to, you know,
I'm teasing
advise
you.
you of the possibilities now, since the
Yeah.
issue was that
Teasing.
you did not have the full board here at the
Motion to
time,
adjourn.
and now you do. No, they're good,
CIA
they're leaving it the way it is.
CRA Director, any report?
No, none from the executive director, thank you.
No public comments? Can I hear a motion to adjourn?
Now we have public comment.
Oh, yes, go ahead, sir.
Rudy Shangle, the Open, 3898 Southwest, 68 Way. I'm actually going to definitely encourage if the board can vote tonight about item 2 and item 4. I get it, you know, you could do it for next month, but just based on the situation, we know we're having it's going to be a busy night tonight. I definitely would recommend, I would highly recommend for the board to take that in consideration. I don't see no reason why we wouldn't take that in consideration and
But
like.
the board is the one that's gonna vote. That means there will be a lot of discussion on those two items. That's what I say, it's better to move it to the next meeting.
Tomorrow's election day, so I mean.
Really?
I said next meeting, next
I don't
month.
think he's aware.
We're talking about next month.
I'm aware, yeah. Yeah.
Can I motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion made by Board Member Galvin to adjourn, seconded by Board Member Estime Irvin. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries with a 5-0 vote. It is 6:03 PM.